A simple definition of devising is the creation of a new work where the creators of the piece are also the performers of the piece. The artists in a devised piece are trained as kind of what I call theater cross-trainers. So instead of being only specialists in theater, you are a director or a writer or a playwright or an actor or a designer, and as a deviser you kind of take off your specialization hat and you become a theater generalist, just a theater artist talking to other theater artists.
It was definitely really weird finding a new way of communication with theater, because usually you have your script and it's this and this and this, and the script is God, the text is God. And usually it's, you know, everything builds up from the text. But this new form is like everything is equal, lighting and movement, and we have all these different elements. And, you know, nothing's more important than another thing. So we lessen the value of text, which is so foreign to us, of course. And so we had to relearn and re-vocabularize a theater for us.
When we were in the development phase and we were just sort of creating these really cool movement pieces and just playing around with the stage and playing around with the theater, we'd have people just like go on stage and do something with the lights or do something with like staging or set pieces, and it would just like blow your mind. And it would just like using lights and then shining it down from the grid and playing the right music and making this incredible atmosphere.
Or the first day we had the towers.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, and like when we were coming down the staircases working on this 9/11 moment, and we made this creaking sound with the metal rafters that just shook the entire room, and it's like, it goes right to your gut.
It cuts right through.
Oh, it was amazing.
Well, yeah, and working on that 9/11 moment the first time, I remember I hadn't seen it before, but they'd been working on it, and it was sort of like after that, everyone was sort of kind of quiet, and people were crying, but it was this really cool like shared experience, and I feel like I was so much closer to everyone after that.
I think my favorite part of the last, I guess, like the last few weeks has been when we've been in our normal collaborative setting, like in like a rehearsal space, and there's been like this really intense creative tension over like things that are generated in the writing meetings that people are really excited about or worked up about. Because walking away from that, you realize that the things people are excited or worked up about are this incredible art that we're really proud of.
You really have to put yourself out there when every day you're coming and bringing in a new piece, a new moment, and saying, this is my creation, what do you think of it? We had a lot of days where we would be working from like 10 in the morning to like 7 at night. So we're tired and exhausted and vulnerable, and you definitely learn how to collaborate with people and how to understand other people. It's those days when you've been here for like 12 hours, or when you're really exhausted, or heartbroken over a moment being cut, or heartbroken because a moment's so beautiful. Like, you know, it's those moments, those high emotional moments, that you realize why you do this work and why we're here. And that's been a really valuable lesson to learn.
It's an unanswerable question. What does it mean to be an American? There's no single answer to it. There are only thousands of possible answers. So I think devising provides an opportunity to attempt or to tempt to do the impossible.
Calling yourself an American citizen is kind of something that I threw around before, because I didn't really know the history preceding my life, and also it was really interesting working with a group, because the things that I would want to talk about as an American citizen are completely different compared to somebody else's point of view. So I learned to kind of look through other people's eyes, and that's definitely been interesting.
If you look at the show, it's all about people. We have so many characters, we have so many monologues. The show is about people. So it's gotten me to look at the people in my life and the people that I've gotten to work with. And you just value everybody's everyday life in this country and what they go through. I value my family more, I value my friends more, and this cast more, and it just made me so much more open to be like, this country is full of people who can believe in whatever they want to at all times. So it just made me more of a person to like listen to everyone's stories and never judge, because anybody can believe in what they want here.
Being yourself hurts someone else temporarily but helps you, well then, maybe it's okay.
I think a lot of us thought the play was going to be a lot darker than it was, or that it has become. That was a major concern when we first started this work. You know, okay, well, we don't want to just focus on the negative. We don't want it to be like these downer, because there are a lot of beautiful parts, beautiful aspects about being an American. And I think that it's really easy to be really critical of our culture. And I think that I definitely fell into that trap a lot. But by forcing ourselves to explore it and really take a hard look, we did explore those negative aspects and those not so pretty aspects of being an American, but I also was reminded of the beauty of our culture and the beauty of living in this country and being a part of this country. So that was definitely, sometimes I'm still surprised at how how redemptive I feel like our story is.
I really wanted this piece in the beginning to be like really nitty gritty and really show like the dark sides of the country, but then I realized I'm like, there's a lot of good things about the country, and there's an American tale that we need to tell, and American tales are unique and awesome in their own way. So I'm extremely excited to tell a nice old American story.
The show is meant, I mean, it's been my whole year. That at one point or another, since the summer when I started reading on the road, this show has been in my mind for the whole year. So I mean, I've invested so much of myself, and my co-collaborators have invested so much of themselves, and I've been able to take that, and we've been able to take each other and accept each other and what we all bring to the process.
It has meant making new art, which is really, really important to me, and making art that I am a part of intrinsically, which is an amazing feeling. And it has meant finally coming to grips and being happy and being proud of the fact that I'm American. And it has been about totally loving like everybody in this cast and appreciating all the different elements of the show from all different angles as well.
It just means a lot of good friends and a piece of theater that I can be extremely proud of, because it's all me and it's all us. This is us.